Hello and welcome, Yarn Besties. It is I, the Crafty Crocheter, and so in this video I'm going to show you how to make a solid granny square but only have 1/4 of it a different color. So as you can see in this example, I have 3/4 of it in the sparkly blue and I have 1/4 of it in black, and this is part of the pattern that I used for the cardinal quilt motif, but for this one I'm doing the blue jay. So this is where, and this, if this would be put together, this would be where the face is, where and then the beak goes on the other side. But I'm going to show you how to make a solid granny square where you have 1/4 of it a different color from the rest. All right, so I'm going to make this. I'm going to start off with my main color, and which is easier than to start if you were to start with the contrasting color. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the main color now. So I'm going to go ahead and, again, as I mentioned before, you can do this one of two ways. You can do the chain 4 and slip join method, or you can do the magic ring method. I am opting to do the chain 4 and slip join method. All right, so I did my 4 chains, and then I'm going to insert my hook into the 4th chain from hook, and then I'm going to slip join that together. And then this be the start of round 1, so I'm going to chain 3, and this chain 3 will count as your first double crochet of the granny cluster. So the next thing you're going to do, as you did for the solid granny squares, for both the solid granny square of 1 color and the solid granny square of 2 colors, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the center chain space, and work 2 more double crochet stitches. That's 2, and then you're going to chain 2, then yarn over, and then insert your hook into that same chain space again, and you're going to work 3 double crochets into that chain space. Right, then chain 3 again, since we're still working on the main color. Yarn over, and then you're going to work 3 double crochets into that same chain space again. Right, and then this is your 3rd one. Now we're going to transition to a different color for the beak. That's going to go for my blue jay. So what you're going to do here is you're going to chain 1. I'm going to slip this yarn to the side for now, and then you're going to take your contrasting color, which again, this is like a gray color for the beak, because blue jays have a gray beak versus a cardinal, which usually have a bright yellow or orange beak. So I'm going to take that contrasting color, which I already have with the slip knot already done, and I'm going to slip that through that chain 1. And pull that down a little bit. And now I'm going to go ahead, yarn over, and then I'm going to create 3 more double crochets into that chain space. All right, and then we're going to finish this off. So what we're going to do here is chain 2, and then we're going to slip join this into the 3rd chain from this starting chain of the round. All right, and there you go. So now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to continue with this contrasting color. So you're going to turn this around, and then you're going to insert your hook into the space between the main color and the contrasting color, and then you're going to do a slip stitch. And then after you complete your slip stitch, you're going to chain 3, and this will count as your first double crochet of the corner. Then yarn over, go into that same chain space and work another double crochet. Then you're going to work a double crochet on top of all of the double crochets that you made from the previous round. So I'll go ahead and do those now. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and yarn over and go into the chain space between the contrasting color and the main color, and you're going to work 2 double crochets. after you get your second double crochet done for the corner, you're going to chain 1, then put your yarn to the side, and then you're going to take your main color, yarn, and then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to yarn over and take your crochet hook, go underneath that strand of yarn for the main color, and then you're going to take your crochet hook and then insert it in between the contrasting color and the main color, and then pull that through. And then you're going to have 4 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, go through the first 2 loops, then you'll have 3 remaining. Then yarn over and pull through all 3 of these loops. And then you just completed your first double crochet for the corner of the main color for a round of the second round. Then you're going to yarn over and work another double crochet in that same chain space. And then you're going to work double crochet stitches on top of these 3 double crochets from the previous round. All right, then you're going to yarn over, and then we're at a corner chain space, so we're going to work 2 double crochets into that corner chain space. And since we're working with the main color, you're going to go ahead and chain 2, then yarn over and go into that same chain space and work 2 more double crochet stitches. And then as before, you're going to work double crochets on top of these 3 double crochets from the previous round. Right, now we're at the corner again. We're going to go ahead and yarn over and insert your hook into that chain space and work 2 double crochets. Since we're still working with the main color, we're going to go ahead and chain 2 again. Then yarn over and then work 2 more double crochets into that same chain space. And then you're going to work your double crochets on top of these 3 double crochets from the previous round. So yarn over, go into that top of that first stitch. Now your third one should be right about here. You see how these colors are intersecting, so I yarn over and find the stitch that's right above that double crochet from the previous round, and you're going to work that. Now we're at the corner again, so you're going to yarn over and then work 2 double crochets into that chain space between the main color and the contrasting color. All right, and after you get your 2 double crochets done, you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to slip join to the third chain from the base of the starting chain 3 that started the second round. And slip join together. All right, so we just finished round 2 in its entirety. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to start round 3. So we're going to stick with the main color for the start of round 3. So you're going to go ahead, turn this around. So you're going to have the right side showing. And then you're going to insert your hook into that chain space between the contrasting color and the main color and do a slip stitch. Then you chain 3. And this chain 3 is gonna count as your first double crochet of that corner. Yarn over and then work another double crochet into that chain space. And then you're gonna work a double crochet stitch on top of all of these double crochets from the previous round. So I'll do one with you. All right, you're gonna work all these, and then when you get to this corner, you're gonna insert your hook into that chain space and work 2 double crochets. then chain 2, and then work 2 more double crochets into this chain space. And then you're just going to follow that all the way down to the end. So I'll let you work the rest of this off camera, and then once you get to the end of this part of round 3, I will show you how to finish it off. Alright, so we're nearing the end of this section of round 3. So I have worked all of my double crochets on top of these double crochets, but I'm at the last one. So again, you're going to try to find the top of that stitch for this final double crochet. It may be blended into the contrasting color, so you just got to see where that is, and insert your hook into that top of that stitch. Now we're at the corners. So next you're going to do is going to work 2 double crochets into this chain space between the main color and the contrasting color. You're going to chain 1 because we're starting this color. We're starting the contrasting colors. So move this off to the strand off to the side, and I'm going to take this contrasting color and chain 1 with it. Then after you chain 1 into this loop from your main color, you're going to yarn over and then insert your crochet hook underneath this strand of yarn. And then you're going to insert your crochet hook in between the space between the main color and the contrasting color. Then you're going to have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, then pull through the first 2 loops. And then yarn over and pull through all 3 of these loops. Right, and you just you just completed your double crochet for that corner. Then yarn over and then go into that same space and work another double crochet. And then you're going to work a double crochet on top of all of these double crochets from the previous round. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so we're nearing the end of round 3. So what you're going to do now is going to go yarn over and go into that chain space between the contrasting color and the main color, and then you're going to do 2 more work 2 more double crochet stitches. Alright, then we're going to finish this off, so we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to slip join into the 3rd chain from the base of this starting chain 3, which started the 3rd round. And slip join like that, and then once you have that in place, go ahead and you're going to fasten this off, chain 2, and then I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut off that strand of yarn since we're done with that color, and then pull, and then you're going to pinch this bottom part here and pull this yarn, and what that does, it creates your secure knot. Then you're going to go over here and you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to insert your hook into that chain space between these two the main color and the contrasting color, and pull that through, and then you're going to chain 2, and then we can do the same thing like we did for the contrasting color. Pull that off the crochet hook, and then you get to grab your yarn, pinch, pull, and there you have it. And that is how you work the quarter tone solid granny square. Now, to keep in mind, as I mentioned in my how to make a solid granny square video, is the math is important. So, like I said, for every new row that you do, you're increasing the double crochet count by 4. So it'd be 3, 7, and 11. So it helps too to count the number of these double crochets that you've done already. And this should always add up to, like, say for example, you're in row 2 and you may have lost count and you're not sure how many you've done. You just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then if you're at this one, then it means you got to do 2 more to complete this side of the round, and so forth. So that comes in handy. So just make sure you keep track of how many of these double crochets you've done on this side, in case you feel like you got lost and you don't know what your count is, or if you picked up all of the double crochets from the previous row. All right, so this is a fairly simple thing to do. And of course you can do this with many colors, so you can do like one for each different color too. You just have to basically follow the same principle about just switching colors and working the rounds and so forth. I may do another video for that too, just so that way you have an idea of what I'm talking about. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed this video today. Again, like I mentioned, for weaving in your ends, make sure you join alike colors, like join your yarn through the same color. Like for example, this gray can go through the gray and this white go through this little white, and so that way it looks all even. This is the Crafty Crocheter. Thank you for watching. Happy crocheting.